Here's the punter, Bradley, underway here on EA Sport. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready, 25. Check me out. Ready to go.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Got it. Got it. Mike's by 4.
They toss to Freeman. And there is nowhere for him in the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Buccaneers will take over at the 20. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. Space to maneuver at the 40. And cuts out right sideline. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 74 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Buccaneers 7, Falcons nothing. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Now just past the 20, and his guys will go to... At the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
39.
Here's Ryan to throw. This will be caught by Brown. Now Brown, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14, Falcons, nothing. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23. Line.
23-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start.
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Ridley. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake, but I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
They'll run on first down. It's Grant, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. That's caught by Howard. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson is going to float this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Gay's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good move.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Kill, 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 kill. 66.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. In for the sack.
Picked me up a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a... And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he finds Howard complete. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down.
Single, 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 single.
Jackson from the shotgun. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Mike Evans, 29 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Typically down to the first half. They at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I smell fear in that offense. Check 99. Check 99. Switch. Check 30. Hey, Strickland.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. 27 yards there, a first down. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Hey, South.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they are getting at them.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now it's Ryan. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Noah Spence, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
45 the mic. They gonna need some therapy. Hey, box truck.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Corey Grant, 82 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. They got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go. Here we go. Check.
To throw again, Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
11. D-line, get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that. Got it.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Taken in at the 22. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big time, John? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
22, Jet, Bomber. And 22, Jet, Bomber. That's got to be Kill. 45's the mic. 45's the mic. Danny. Check the backer.
From the 44, Jackson. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation. would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here we go. Set. 60 out low. Watch time. Watch time. Tight end right. Tight end right. Off. We got three, fellas. We got three.
Jackson looking to throw on third. He's got Evans. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Jones. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. But they wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll try again with Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal. Jackson. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
It's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Tavecchio good on the extra point, and the lead's down to 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Watch right, watch right. Switch up.
Jackson now. Going to throw again. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Come on, set. Time to end it. Check 45 to Mike. You go, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare. 45, Mike, 45.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Ryan leads with Freeman on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On 3rd down, Ryan. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
45. Mike, 45. Down to lose one.
They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Bunt formation. Come on, boys, come on. Check 37. Check 37. Time to go. Slay. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Ryan. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
11.
Throwing again. Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 16 yards, a 1st down.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Ryan now just 6 of 16 through the air, but he does have a 1st and 10 here.
21.
Throwing again, Ryan. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. 21. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54. Hey, zoom. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
To throw again. Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Noah Spence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. 51. 54 is mine.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to loft one, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down at the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
Let's get this all day.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. A little flare, a little flare, flare. Nice ball.
On second down, it's Grant. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
We got 4. We got 4.
Now Jackson to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 49. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. If they needed a break, they needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Ready, blue 80. Blue 80. Mark 54. I got you. 39. Right there.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got the first down inside the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Shift! Watch the shift! Eddie Weber. Squeeze!
They will run with Grant. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check the call,
Here's Grant. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Mike 50, Mike 50.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson, he sets to fire deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jordan Leggett, the target there. But now it'll be 3rd down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
45.
From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Randy Gregory drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
54. Check pass, check pass.
Ryan. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstay it, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when I breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma stick. I'm sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I am a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the world is my home and there's so many milk. Bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it slow. I'm sturdy as hell, as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs and hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not. The stereotypes, they do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but I'm LeBron. Rings to the team, I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to the well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me. Like give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Man, on my heart, know I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clarity. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they though they taking notice. Taking notice. Taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they though they taking notice.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. All the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on. I'm the best cause I am.